Okay, ladies and gentlemen, wildcard unannounced bonus broadcast excellence here on the new Cosmic Knowledge channel. I'm Jeffrey Darty. This thought hit me while I was just doing the last show that we did about the Emerald tablets. And it's about ego, e.g., zero. Your ego will make you an example of a zero. And as my friend Halo Marquise said to me not too long ago, your ego ain't your amigo, cousin. And that much is for sure. Your ego is not your amigo. And if you look at the spelling of ego, let's see if we can do this on a whiteboard. How about that? I haven't done it on a whiteboard in a while. So let's do this. Let's do some text. And let's do some text, and let's do it really big. Can we do it really big? You know, ego, E-G-O. I guess we can't do it really big, can we? Text. Can we text size? Let's select this text. Well, maybe we can't. Let's see if we can make it bigger. No, we're just going to have to live with this. But ego, it's not even worth it. Okay, ego. If you look at ego, I think of the abbreviation EG. Do you guys know what EG means? I will show you this because this makes sense and it's going to be big enough. So EG means exempli gratia. And what that basically means is, for example, so, you know, EG this, EG that, for example. So if you look at ego as a word, it's EGO, right? Well, I'm here today to suggest to you that your EGO, take the first EG, for example, and turn the last O into a zero. Hey, Scotty Roberts, good to see you, brother. Looking forward to the Rapscallions this week. So your EGO, EG, zero. If you get filled with ego, you're going to be a zero. If you get ruled by ego, you're going to be an example of a zero. If you get your main focus as your ego, you'll be an example of a zero, period. EGO, EG, for example, zero. Tracy says, edging the God in you out. That's a good one. Scotty says his typing is doo-doo today. Scotty, I subscribe to your channel. I put your channel on the front of my channel, so hopefully we can help Scotty build up his great Scotty Roberts channel. Nick says it's hard to be able to put ego aside. Ego, I don't think we need to put it totally aside. As I'm drinking soda water and lemon with some stevia as we zoom into day 6 of the fast. Ego makes a great servant, but a terrible master. Since Scotty's in the room, that is a Star Trek analogy quote. Mr. Spock was talking about computers, specifically I think it was the Mark V, who was able to run the Enterprise without a captain, they thought. And he said that, and McCoy was like, well, you would love serving under a computer. And Spock says, Doctor, computers make very efficient servants. I have no desire to have one as a master. So our ego can be a very efficient servant. Scotty Roberts, myself, Sandra, all the people that have their own channels, there is some ego involved in being able to be effective. There is some ego involved in being able to be effective and to do what we do. There's some ego in being able to say, I'm woke, and I want to tell you about being woke. There's some ego that says, I'm divine, and I want you to know you're divine. There's some ego that says, I'm sovereign, and I want you to know I'm sovereign. You're sovereign. There's some freedom, some ego, and says that I'm free, and you are free too. You can't be divine, sovereign, and free without some ego, ladies and gentlemen. But you don't need to be an EG zero, an example of a zero. Make your ego your servant. Don't let it be your master. And the only way to make your ego your servant is to get into the dark night of the soul is to do the soul work, is to get into a meditative practice and to get inside and do your inner work. Your ego will prevent you from unindoctrinating yourself, but if you master yourself, you will be the master of your ego, and you won't be an example of a zero. Scotty says ego's necessary. They both need to be your servant. Bingo, spot on, damn Skippy Jeff. Thank you, brother. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Just a quick thought. Your ego ain't your amigo, and your ego will make you an example of a zero. So make your ego your servant, and don't let it be your master. At the end of the day, unindoctrinate yourself, and that, my friends, is an inside job. It's your choice. Healthy ego, servant ego, controlled ego, or example of a zero. Your ego, it ain't your amigo, cousin.